guys, Mal and Zuvanny here, and we're gonna interview
another teacher.
Yeah, another teacher. Our religion, well, not our religion teacher, but the junior religion teacher. So yeah. So the topic is to save sex on marriage. Well, I mean, save sex after marriage, and why, and advice on it. Yeah. So let's get into it. Look at the money. So cute. Okay. You see herself?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So the topic is to save sex after marriage and why we should.
I think one of the things that I'd said before is what we told our 4 sons, and I really like the way my husband put it. My husband said, if you, a teenage boy, are inviting a girl to get sexually involved with you, we know she's not the sharpest knife in the box because she's sleeping with you. And our sons were sitting on the fireplace, the mantle, what do you call it, little settee thing. And my one son goes, how do you know that, Dad? And he goes, because she's sleeping with a 17-year-old. She's not the sharpest knife in the box. And he's like, well, I'm pretty mature. And he's like, well, you ready to have a baby? Ready to start a family? Ready to be the man? Ready to work? What's your plan? And he's like, well, I don't know. And he's like, gee, you sound like a keeper to me. And that has been one of our big things. The other thing is my husband said, now I want you to remember, guys, if you decide to go against our values, that's certainly your decision. However, we will garnish your wages till the child's 18. And they're like, what? Isn't that the girls' job? And my husband goes, remember, she's not the sharpest knife in the box. She won't necessarily know to do that. And we don't really want our grandchild to not be able to be supported. And our theory is, if every parent of a young man did that, we'd have a lot more babies with married parents. You know what I mean? We'd have a lot more. The other thing that I'll say myself that I've really learned through the years, go out, have a burger with a guy, go play tennis with a guy, go running on the beach with a guy. Don't sleep with a guy. Because if you sleep with a guy, you might as well just have a PowerPoint running in your brain for everybody that you have ever had a sexual relationship with, and then you just get to replay that in your marriage, in your life. It's so much nicer to say, oh, you're the guy in my dreams. You're my one and only.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's another really important one. Because I know in my life, I think I've done it quite well, but I will really tell you honestly, if I had known that my amazing, wonderful husband of 36 years was on his way, I would literally just have sat and waited in my room for him, and I wouldn't have dated half the people I dated, literally. I literally would have just said, oh, I see him in my mind's eye, and it's kind of what he did. He was wandering in the forest, backpacking, and he said he used to be out there, and he'd be by himself, and he'd be standing under a tree, and he used to say, Lord, I don't really know how you're going to send me the girl out here, but okay, I trust. And so when we met, I was 29, he was 32. And it was like, oh, and I had been a nun for 8 years. I'd been a Dominican sister. So when I was with the Dominicans, I used to always say to God, if I'm not supposed to do this, I don't know if this is for sure for me. So if I'm not supposed to, could you just save me a really good guy? So we now laugh because he was wandering in the forest those years, and I was in the convent going, in case it isn't, could you save me a guy? So God was saving him in the forest, saving me in the convent. So that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. That's fun. No, is this an iPad?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see. Okay. So that's advice on safe sex after marriage.
And follow it, please.
Yeah, because it's really important, and you really should, because yeah,
it's important.
Basically, what she said, it's really important because you wouldn't want to
if you're not ready, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't get pressured by guys.
Or girls. Because
It's
girls
not
could
worth
pressure
it.
too.
Yeah, girls could pressure it too,
But
but
let's face it, guys are usually the ones who pressure
that's true.
because the other guys, here's why they pressure. I'm a mom of 4 sons. Here's why they pressure. Other guys say to them, you kidding me? You're not getting any? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say that. Then guys go, yeah, I'm getting some. You know what I mean? They're trying to say, oh, I'm the man. They say that sometimes even when they're not having sex. My one son said, I used to lie like a rug, yeah, I'm getting some. You know what I mean? Because he wanted to be seen as the man. And then my one son taught him, my one said, guess what? That doesn't make you the man. He goes, tell him, yeah, I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any. Proud to say. And now then, we have 2 very happily married sons. Very happily married no wives. I love that you guys are spreading this message. I think too that parts that I'm saying, other people don't say. They don't tell you.
Yeah.
You know, they don't tell you you're going to have a PowerPoint in your head of everybody you've ever slept with. Like my one young friend, she slept with about 11 guys. She's now happily married. She told me, Kathy, what you told me is so true. It's like a running PowerPoint in my head. I can't totally get it completely out of my brain. I said, you'll get it out, but it'll take years. And then I go, thank you, Jesus, for keeping me the dateless wonder part of my life. And then for strengthening me when the one time I started going against my values, I just went to Mass every day. And I said, Lord, just take me out of this situation. I know I'm not really doing what I'm supposed to do. And the guy dumped me 3 weeks later. I still remember that. I was like, oh, I guess that's how he was going to do it. The guy's like, and the guy said to me, you're too into God. And I said, is this so sad what I said? I said, I won't always be that into God. I can't believe I said that. And he goes, yeah, you always will be. That's why I've got to leave. He goes, you're just consumed with guilt, which I was, because I was really going against my values. And then I was really helped by that because Mass, I wouldn't receive communion. I would just, pray during that. And then I went to confession afterwards. And that actually really set me free. After that, I was just like, I'm not going to go against my values. It wasn't thrilling and romantic. It was like ripping me up. And I love that you're too into God. And I say, I'm not always going to be into God. Oh my gosh, I'm so into God.
Yeah.
And I love that you guys are spreading the message. Because you're going to strengthen people and your own lives are going to go well. And you're not going to be looking, the other thing I tell people, you don't really want to be. You want to be like I was. I'm in the bathroom looking at the pregnancy test and I'm like, yes, we're pregnant. That's what you want. You don't want, oh, dang. Do you know what I mean? That's so sad that the welcome of that little baby into life, the first words of the parents are, what? Oh, dang. I much prefer, I'm pregnant, dance around the bathroom. A few years later, I'm pregnant, dance around the bathroom. I'm a mom of 5. So I'd be like, it's a yes.
Yeah.
So thank you, girls. And now who else did you get?
We got Mr. Mo, Mr. Kimmin, and Mr. Nakashima.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad you got the guy. I love that we have these wonderful young men here.
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you, girls. And did you have any more?
No. Well, we're just gonna end it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that concludes our video, and yeah, I would really follow.
And bye. Ooh, fun.
Touch me, think twice 'cause you got a long